We're in the module number 4, and in this session we are going to discuss about the sources, ill effects and control of the mercury and particulate matter pollution. Let us start with the sources, ill effects and control of mercury. The mercury, okay, naturally the mercury is which is a naturally occurring element, right? Like the ores of the mercury are like cinnabar, HGS, okay, and in coal, and they exist in different forms like elemental mercury, methyl mercury, and organic and inorganic mercury forms. The largest use of the mercury is in a chloralkali production and in a dental amalgams. Dental industries will be producing large amount of mercury, and also the globally assisted small scale gold mining, no, they will be using mercury consumption. And the coal burning plants, no, they are also the one of the major mercury anthropogenic source, and it also enters from the thermometers and from pharmaceutical industries, okay. And mercury is extensively and large amount it is used in fluorescent bulbs, okay. And also in nowadays the skin lightening products, no, and other cosmetics, even they contain mercury. These are some anthropogenic and natural sources of mercury pollution, okay. So which are all the things from mercury rocks like cinnabar, okay, that's a natural source. And in dentistry they use more mercury and anthropogenic source. Once again they are used in gold minings and coal burning, and from fluorescent bulbs and skin lightening products. See how it looks. The polluted exhaust which contains mercury. What are all the ill effects which is caused due to the presence of the mercury? Even mercury, it will be damaging almost of the organs. Let us see. Mercury damage the brain first, and also it causes ear problems, kidney damage, and also complete immune system of all the ages. High levels of mercury, it will be, once when it enters into the bloodstream, it harms the developing nervous system in the babies. And other effects include the numbness in the hands and feet, generally the muscle weakness, and reduction in the vision, and damaging to the hearing process. And the, like methyl mercury pollution, it will be causing the disease called as a Minamata. These are all some of the ill effects caused due to the mercury. You just remember: brain damage, ear, kidney, immune system, okay, and developing system in the babies, numbness in hands, general weakness, and it is called Minamata. Okay, here once, no, when the mercury, when it settles on the land, it will be washed down to the water sources, where what happens, no, the microbes which are present in water, no, they convert this mercury into the halide form. Methyl mercury will be formed, which is highly toxic. Once this methyl mercury is consumed by the fish now will be acting as a host to carry out this mercury poisoning to humans back, okay. Once when the mercury entered, maybe from anthropogenic source or from natural source, mercury entered on land, it is washed to the water sources. In water, the microbes convert this mercury into the halide form, and this halide form of mercury is a highly dangerous methyl mercury that is consumed by the fish, and that fish is eaten by the man. It will be causing serious problems. In a picture form it is shown. Okay, fine. How can we control this mercury pollution? Okay, by replacing the CFL and LED lamps which uses mercury, that should be replaced, okay. And we should supposed to use the alternate materials for replacing all the mercury used in electronic devices like switches. And we should supposed to recover and reuse the mercury compounds, okay, from industrial waste. So we should not just throw like that. Like for example, thermometer we are using, after once it is for not use, what do? We are not recovering the mercury, we are just throwing, right? Okay, it's highly dangerous. Once again it will come back to the humans in the form of a methyl mercury through the fishes, okay. And proper collection and scientific disposal methods like landfills should be used, okay. Otherwise it will become a highly hazardous waste, okay, containing mercury. Clear? Okay, next we are starting with the particulate matter. Okay, so what are all the points to remember in mercury? Mercury is from a natural sources from like processing units like mercury processing units where it is present in cinnabar rocks. Okay, and from the dental industries and from pharmaceutical industries and from CFL bulbs it's coming, and also from the cosmetic products. Okay, it is the sources. Okay, it causes all types of damage like ear, right, numbness, all the damages it is causing to the almost of the organs. Okay, how to control means replace the mercury. Okay, replace the mercury with any other equivalent compound. Okay, stop burning the coil and coil related things. Okay, recover the mercury from the waste products. Fine. Next we are starting with the particulate matter. Particulate matters refers to the solid particles and even the liquid droplets. Okay, the both they are suspended in the air are referred as particulate matters. Okay, they will be generally the same size within a range of 100 micrometers. Okay, you know, like generally the dust and soot, no, they are regarded as a solid particulate matters, whereas the fog and mist are liquid products. Soot is nothing but the black color powder form of the carbon. Okay, the particulate matter, no, with the size less than 2 micrometers, no, 2.5 micrometers, they are, you know, very, very sensitive, we can call it as. They are in a form of a very fine particles and they will be causing a damages. If the particulate matters are of a greater size, no, greater than 2.5 micrometers, then they will be called as a coarse particles, and that particles will be usually settling down. Okay, the sensitive particles are, they will be staying for a long time and will be causing the damages in living things. From where and all this particulate matter is coming? See, it is from our daily activities in industries like crushing, grinding, blasting of solid materials in processing, metallurgical processing units, and processing materials like coal, cement and asbestos, particularly the cement products, they are highly dangerous, causes lung and all the respiratory tract problems. And you know, incomplete combustion of the carbonaceous materials which will be releasing the soot. Okay, and atomization of the liquid droplets, sprays, any sprays which may be insecticide, pesticide, body sprays, etc. And you know, the microbes like bacteria, viruses, fungi, algae, okay, and pollen present in the atmosphere in the range of 10 to 100 micrometers, even they will come under the particulates. And even the presence of the sulfuric acid and nitric acid mist, no, associated with the acid rain interacts with ammonia, and even they will be forming a ammonium salt particulate matters. See the pics, dust particles and the pollens from plants. These are all the different types of the particulate matters present in the atmosphere. If the diameter is less than 2.5 micrometers, it's highly dangerous. It will be accumulating and causing damages to the living things like human. And if the diameter is more than 2.5 micrometers, they are called as coarse particles and they can be settled faster. See what and all it does. Particulates, when they are inhaled, the microscopic particles, they will be present in a body for a long time, and these particles now they will be producing a entering deep in a lungs and in air sacs, and they will accumulate, and these particles now they damages the lungs at last. In this way they damage the lungs. That's why in cement industries, the people who are working, whatever the type of masks and protection they do, these smaller size of the particles, cement particles, they will be entering to the lungs and completely it will be damaging the lungs. The particles which are in the size of the less than 2.5 micrometers are entered and they will be going to the lungs, and there they will be accumulated for a long time and completely damages the lungs. Ill effects are reduction in the visibility. In Delhi, particularly in Delhi, I showed in few of the pictures, the highly polluted pictures in the case of nitrogen and oxides of carbon. Okay, completely, the city will be completely looking blur. Because of that, they won't be able to read only, like the flight and all, they won't be, they will not be getting the signal, they can't be properly see the way because of that much of pollution is present in the Delhi city. Completely it will be not visible only, and because of this the vision will be reduced from day to day when we are exposed to the pollutants which are present in the atmosphere. Okay, particulates now penetrate to lungs, and in the initial stages what it does, it will start dysfunctioning. Okay, and will be starting the wheezing and bronchitis problem. In later stages completely it damages the lungs. And the combined effect will be more always, the combined effect also will be more. Even individually it will be causing more effects, like the particulars and other pollutants, they are greater, okay, than their individual effects. For example, airborne asbestos with the cigarette smoke causes lung cancer. Only particulate enters, damages lungs. If it is mixed with the smoke, it will be causing lung cancer itself. These are all the ill effects of the particulate matter. How to control? The airborne particulate matter can be controlled by using several devices, which are there, like the gravity settling chambers will be there. The pollutant which is coming out of the industries should supposed to be passed through this chamber. So what happen here? The suspended particles gets deposited. Here the degree of purification of this polluted uh, polluted discharge is up to 40 to 50%. Up to 40 to 50% of the particulate matters can be removed by using this gravity settling chambers. And we can also use fabric filters. Fabric filters, they generally use cotton, wool or artificial fibers, okay, and glass fibers for separating the ceramics, plastics, etc. By choosing appropriate filters, even very small, like the diameter of up to 0.5 micrometers can be separated, and here the degree of the purification of the pollutants from the pollutants are up to 80%. When the exhaust containing the particulate matter is passed through the fabric filters, it will be completely absorbing the particulate matters, that too up to the size which contains 0.5 micrometers. Okay, so the degree of purification here will be up to 80%. Up to 80% of the particulate matter will be removed from the pollutant exhausts. And one more method is we can use the wet scrubbers, okay, which uses spray of water in contact with the particles. Given this reaction, it will be absorbing the particulates present in the exhaust. And at last, electrostatic precipitators. When the gas is passed through the electric field, the gas means which contains the particulate matter. When it is passed through this electric field at high voltages, what happens is the aerosol particles present in the, they acquire the electric charge and gets deposited on the electrodes. Here it will be maximum useful. Here the level of purity is up to 99%. From the exhaust, it will be absorbing almost of the 99% of the particulate matter from the waste exhaust. And then if it is left to the atmosphere, it will not be damaging much, because almost of the particulate matter of up to 99% is removed, then it will not be damaging. Fine. So this is about the particulate matter, pollution and its ill effects and control. Okay, and in the next session we will be meeting with the new topic. Thank you.